everyone, it's January 31st. Alright, so let's do today's first. And then we need to work on the third method. I mean, we tried yesterday on a couple of them. And we realized that top-down didn't work. And Python just kept TLE. So I have this, which is the bottom-up. We're going to do a bottom-up. Not using any of their ways. But we will take a look at this for sure. But we're going to try to translate this top-down solution into a bottom-up. We'll see how we can do this. But for that, let's deal with this. What's this? Greatest common divisor of a string. For two strings, the way T divides S. So it's S divided by T, right? If and only if S equals T is concatenated with itself multiple times, given two strings, return the largest string X such that X divides both. Yo, this is actually quite interesting. All right, so we're gonna basically find a substring in this that's repeating, and find a substring in this that's repeating. I mean, what we can do is pick one, right? And I mean, if one is smaller, then we can use a smaller, right? And then we just try the whole thing. Try the whole thing, see if it works. If it does not, then we need to break this down, right? Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We just pick one and then just, try it by itself, right? Then we can compare, right? And then how do we reduce this? That is a good question. So you're given a string. We want to find out what is its component. What can we do? I mean, it's 1,000. Or, we can just find all of their divisors. Right? We can go divisor length 1. So compare to the next, no, length 2, length 3, length 4, right? Length 5. Is that the best way to do it? That's actually not the best way to do it. What would be a better way to do this? Should go the largest, right? Yeah, I mean, just the largest, right? And then it has to be half and half, right? Because it's concatenated, it has to be half and half. And then if it's not divided by 2, and then try to see if it's divided by 3. So one of them needs to be divided by, and then we find what it's divided by, and then just compare them. We can do a set and then check the. I'm still trying to think if there's a better way. A set, and a set will work, right? A set will work. What else? You can try set. Okay. I see. We can compare to the other one as well. See if it's divisible by the other one. If it is, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try this. February already. Can you believe it? I cannot, man. Time flies. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't really matter which one is large or which one is small. We just pick one. I want to pick it's 2. It has to be 1 all the way to len str2 plus 1. Okay, for each one we need to check if it's divisible, right? So we say if len str2 mod n is equal to 0 and len str1 mod n is equal to 0. N is, oh no, mod is, and mod, so that's the length. Oh yeah, we can do length, which is fine. Yeah, we can just say n is the length, then this divided by length and this divided by length. They both has to match, right? That means they both can do. Then we will do, actually we can go from large to small. Hold on. So if it's a small amount of big, okay, that's not 0. Yeah, so if it doesn't work, we're going to find until one is working. The first one that's working, yeah, the first one's working. Then we say divisor 1 shall equal to from 0 to len str1 with n, right? And then the str1 I to I plus n. I'm going to set this whole thing. And div2 is equal to the same thing, but str2, right? So if len div1 is equal to len div2 is equal to 1, then we return list div1 0. Otherwise, keep going, and then we will return empty. Okay, something like this. I mean, we might as well, right? Make str2 smaller. We can just say if len str1 is smaller than len str2, then str1 str2 equals str2 str1. So this is ensure str2 is shorter. I mean, we can even do this. If len div1 is larger than 1, we can continue. If len div2 is larger than 1, continue. I mean, we can do, yeah, otherwise both are, yeah, now we shall return this. Okay, so str1, str2, gcd of string, str1, str2. That is interesting. Leet? How is that possible? Oh, yeah, that is possible. Oh, and then we shall say, oof, damn. Div1, d1, d2 equals to list div1, 0, list div2, 0. If d1 is equal to d2, then we return d1. There we go. Make you wonder, right? Okay, let's put some test cases. Oh, I know what test case to use. That's a good test case. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Not too bad. 1071. Go through all possible lengths of GCD string one by one. A candidate length must divide the length of str1 and str2. Once a candidate length is found, we use set to see how many different components to see whether str1 and str2 can be formed by concatenating the same string. I mean, technically, on, right? And each one, actually, it's difficult to say, because if they divide, if everyone divides, yeah, I'll put O squared. Ooh, that's a good check. Oh, look at that. Holy guacamole. Huh. So basically, we concatenate them. That is true. If it exists, then if I concatenate them, then we go both directions. It should be the same. Oh. Oh, why that exists? Yes, I would just need to find what it is. There always exist one. Then it's just a. Yeah, it has to be a line that's divisible by both. So it's just the GCD of that. What's the proof? We say if there is string is shorter than GCD base. Is shorter than GCD base, and how did you prove a contradiction by saying it's shorter than GCD? We just say if there exists something larger. Man, this is the largest. This is the largest I can divide by both, okay? So we want to say that this is not. So we say, okay, the actual one is actually shorter. It cannot be longer, okay? So the actual one is actually shorter. So if the actual one is actually shorter, yes, it's a divisor of m and n, that's true. GCD length is divisible by, yes, that is true. I don't know. What I would say is you have proved that there must exist a GCD string, right? Otherwise, you cannot go in two directions to make it equal. You have already proved that. And if you prove that, then you know that it must exist a length of GCD string in it, right? And the question is, how much? And it gotta be the largest is the, is the GCD of the length. It has to, because GCD of length is divisible and it's working. Like if it's not, right? If the GCD length is not, which means 1 is not, then it cannot be null. Yeah, this I don't think this is necessary, but this is a very good, very good method. Use str1 plus str2 equals to str2 plus str1 to check whether a GCD string exists. And if it exists,